Welcome to this month's Stay Safe rule on suspended loads. This month we'll cover the following: April's Stay Safe rule, suspended loads, a rule check conversation to explore people's understanding of the rule. Suspended loads case study, where we will discuss what controls would need to be implemented for lifting operations on your site. What do we always do? Always keep clear of suspended loads and never allow suspended loads to be carried over other people. Wherever possible, carry loads close to the ground. If using a mobile crane, confirm a documented lift plan has been prepared and authorized, including qualified and licensed to operate equipment. Confirm maximum weight and dimensions of the load is known and is within rated capacity of the equipment. Confirm lifting gear, i.e., slings, chains, etc., lifting equipment and the load have been inspected and are fit for purpose. Confirm the load is appropriately rigged and secured by competent person before lifting. Complete pre-start checks on all cranes before lift. Establish barricades and exclusion zones around overhead services such as electrical cables and potential fall zones during the lift. Designate spotter/signal person as required to maintain control of exclusion and fall zones and lifting operations. Maintain communication via two-way radio or audible/visual signals. If lifting outdoors, monitor weather conditions before, during lift, and if changes occur. Why does it matter? To prevent serious injury or death when your body or body part is trapped, pinched or jammed under or between loads, resulting in damage to skin, muscles, nerves and/or bones due to the degree of force or impact from a moving or falling load. Remember, only use lifting devices that are capable of lifting the load and never walk under suspended loads. Do we know of any suspended load tasks that are carried out at our work location? What are some common hazards? Examples: object fall from height, unstable lift falls to ground, lift hits overhead electrical cables, lift hits overhead racking, in tunnels, damaged lifting equipment, forklifts. Lifting suspended loads is a common practice in many of our locations. What controls do we have in place? Examples: complete pre-start check, trained and competent drivers/operators, use horn or reversing alarms to warn people of the movement of the forklift, segregate people from forklift operating areas, permanently with guardrails or temporarily with barricades, never lift loads over people, check forklift can lift weight safely. Now we will review a case study. Issue glass production plant is sourced overseas and delivered to site well in advance of the installation schedule due to long lead times from the suppliers in Europe to prevent delays to the installation and commissioning schedule. The delivered plant cannot be left outside, so is unpacked from the shipping crates and lifted onto skids of the plant can then be moved into the warehouse until it is ready to be installed. Plant includes glass forming machines which are approximately 10 meters, 30 feet, long, 3 meters, 9 feet, high and 3 meters, 9 feet, wide, weighing 42 metric tons, 46 tons, so lifting requires a 300-ton crane that is not normally operated on site. Solution: non-routine lifting operations requires specialized expertise which Aurora doesn't have, so the project's team engaged with an external crane company and our mechanical contractor to develop a safe work method to complete the work. The team worked on developing 2 key written documents to assess the hazards and risks associated with the lifting operations: lift plan, also known as a lift study or critical lift plan. This assesses the size and weight of the loads to be lifted and operational conditions such as crane safe working load, lift radii, wind speeds, outrigger configuration, lifting gear required, and other technical factors to ensure the lifts can be completed safely. The lift plan is then reviewed and approved by the crane operator, riggers and Aurora and becomes the safe work method for the lifting operations. Traffic management plan: as there was going to be a large crane set up on site which requires sufficient room to deploy outriggers and ensure there is an exclusion zone under the boom and load, normal vehicle and pedestrian paths were impacted. The team assessed the safe paths required around the lifting area and developed temporary traffic and pedestrian paths to divert them around the lifting operations in consultation with impacted departments such as logistics. Solution continued. The traffic management plan was established on site using witches' hats and barrier tape, and communicated to the site via the daily safety shares. The project's team monitored the lifting operations to ensure the crane operator and mechanical contractor were complying with the lift plan and traffic management plan. Outcome: the lifting operations were completed without any suspended loads incidents. What controls would we need to implement for lifting operations on our site? To close, our focus on improving safety must never stop. If you are unsure on any elements of the suspended load stay safe rule or take 5, you can check with me, your supervisor or health and safety representative. We will ensure you have the support, materials and training needed to ensure you understand these fully. Don't forget, safety is everyone's business, because we want everyone to work and return home safely every day.